Teacher Talking Sports, what does, what do, how we live. And when we talk about the top teams in the Eastern Conference in the NBA, of course, the first team that's going to be brought up is Boston, reigning NBA champions. Pretty much have their whole roster the same as last season. The New York Knicks, of course, made some high-profile moves, trading for Mikal Bridges, trading for Karl Anthony Towns. The Philadelphia 76ers brought in Paul George as a free agent. Maybe some people will talk about the Bucks, a second year of Damian Lillard and the Greek Freak together, a full season with Doc Rivers at the helm. Orlando Magic made a big splash with gaining Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in free agency. Indiana Pacers made the Eastern Conference Finals. Maybe a team that's not getting as much love as maybe they should is the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, the Cleveland Cavaliers haven't necessarily performed well the last two postseasons. Flamed out in 5 games in the opening round against the Knicks in 2023. Last year, took a full 7 games to defeat a young, inexperienced postseason roster in the Orlando Magic before they fell in 5 games to the Boston Celtics. Well, someone like John Hollinger of The Athletic is showing them love. He has Cleveland as... He predicts Cleveland to finish with the second best record in the Eastern Conference and make the Eastern Conference Finals. He has a caveat that there will likely be some injuries for that to occur, but nonetheless still impressive. But they will be down one of their key pieces to start this season. Max Strus out at least 6 weeks with right ankle sprain. This is via NBA.com. He sustained the ankle injury during a recent workout. Also had been slowed by a hip injury. He's going to be reassessed after 6 weeks. So, of course, that doesn't mean he necessarily will be back in 6 weeks. Goes on to mention how they had a bunch of major injuries. Evan Mobley missed a bunch of time. Darius Garland missed a Donovan Mitchell missed some time. Last season was Strus's first with the Cleveland Cavaliers. So, 6 weeks might not sound like a super long time, but it's going to take, he's going to be out a large chunk of the season. So 6 weeks from yesterday brings you to the last day of November. And as a matter of fact, that is 20 games deep into their schedule. Until November 29th at Atlanta. That's 20 games. Season opener is just 3 days from today at Toronto. So basically 1/4 of the season Strus will miss, and at least a good chance he's going to miss more than that. I mean, they do have someone to overtake him in the starting rotation with plenty of experience starting. That is Isaac Okoro, who of course, was on the free agent market for quite some time as a restricted free agent. Cleveland did bring him back. I believe he made 42 starts last season, and, in large part because, as I mentioned, the Cavaliers did have a bevy of injuries throughout this season. But Max Strus started all 70 of his games last season, averaging a career high 12.2 points. Played the previous 3 seasons with the Miami Heat. Played a huge role with the Heat in 2023. Started all 23 of their postseason games as they reached the NBA Finals and lost to the Denver Nuggets. But yes, tough blow for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Max Strus out. Is Isaac Okoro the definite answer for their starting lineup with him out? A guy like Georges Niang struggled a bit in his first season with Cleveland. Dean Wade was another guy who missed a lot of time last season. I feel like Cleveland likes Karis LeVert in that 6th man role. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.